Communications Corporation proudly presents the 23rd Annual WIAA Girls State Basketball Championships, live from the Kohl Center at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. This WIAA Network Sports exclusive is brought to you statewide by Cenex, Land O'Lakes, and your local cooperatives, partners you can trust. The Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin and Milk, the official beverage of the WIAA Games. Got milk? Marshfield Clinic, a national leader in medical care, research, and education. Rural Insurance Companies, providing a full line of insurance products for Wisconsin's families and businesses. The Wisconsin Technical College System, 16 colleges that make life better for the people and businesses of Wisconsin. For high skills training, go here, get there. And by Menards, helping families build America's heartland for 38 years. Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to the Kohl Center on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Madison. This is the 23rd Annual WIAA Girls State Basketball Championship. Hello again, everybody. I'm Andy Kendi. Welcome to Championship Saturday, the primetime edition, and the first one ever in the Kohl Center. Two champions will be crowned tonight, Divisions 3 and 1. Two have already been crowned. It started this morning in Division 4. Barneveld defeated Cashton 52-39. The Golden Eagles, their second state title in 4 years. Then in Division 2, Kimberly defeated Mosinee. The final there, 53-39. It's the Papermakers' second crown in 3 seasons. Tonight, Division 3 Marathon will take on Fall Creek for the D3 title. And then tonight, the Division 1 championship game, the Hudson Red Raiders will take on the Milwaukee Washington Pergolders. But up first, the Division 3 championship game. It is Marathon versus Fall Creek, and to call all the action, Bob Radovich and Gail Champion.
All right, Andy, thanks a lot. Gail, on paper, this shapes up as a real interesting matchup. On one side, you've got Marathon, a team that's capable of scoring a lot of points. On the other side, Fall Creek, they can shut teams down with their defense.
That's right. Fall Creek plays a very good man-to-man defense.
For Fall Creek, the Crickets advanced with an exciting win, 41-40 over Marcus, and Shane Stanek, the sophomore, coming up big.
She was really the standout yesterday. She had 13 points and 9 rebounds, leading Fall Creek.
And on the other side, the player that the Crickets need to shut down, Nicole Reisner. She had a heck of a game against Arcadia, 25.
Right. Nicole is a real runner and really gets up the court and starts her fast break.
All right, Fall Creek and Marathon coming up for the Division 3 title. Andy, let's set it back up top to you.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Gail. Championship Saturday, the primetime edition is next. Division 3 championship game. It's Marathon versus Fall Creek. First, a word from your network station. This is your WIAA network station.
We are ready to meet our starting lineup, so let's send it across court to PA announcer Mike Mankey.
And now, here are the starting lineups for tonight's championship game between the Fall Creek Crickets and the Marathon Red Raiders. For Fall Creek at forward, a 6-foot senior, number 22, Danica Kronig. And for Marathon at forward, a 5'8" junior, number 20, Holly Kraut-Kramer. At the other forward for Fall Creek, a 6-foot sophomore, number 34, Shane Stanek. And at forward for Marathon, a 5'9" junior, number 4, Terry Carlin. Starting at center for Fall Creek, a 6-foot senior, number 52, Christy Channing. And at center for Marathon, a 6-foot junior, number 42, Christian Rather. Starting at guard for Fall Creek, a 5'6" junior, number 12, Deb Arneson. And at guard for Marathon, a 5'4" junior, number 10, Amy Bauman. At the other guard for Fall Creek, a 5'5" sophomore, number 10, Callie Kruger. And at guard for Marathon, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Nicole Reisner. The head coach for Fall Creek is Arnie Sprukrud, and the head coach for Marathon is Bill Knetter. The referees for tonight's game are Becky Blank from Cedarburg and Barbara Fagan from Milwaukee.
First time in the state finals, we've had 2 women referees, Gail. Nice to see.
Very nice to see.
Let's talk about this matchup again. Fall Creek all through the regionals, sectionals, and against Markesan in the state semis. able to shut down the other team's top player. Can they do that against Nicole Reisner?
Well, they're going to be really challenged, as Nicole is a very fine player. I think Coach is going to be switching girls on her to keep them fresh and keep a fresh girl on her and see what they can do.
Reisner, of course, the scoring leader, but Marathon's other players really chipped in. They had nice balanced scoring aside from her 25.
And that's a big help. It really takes the pressure off of her.
These teams each won in the semifinals on Thursday, had Friday off. Coaches got in one practice yesterday. Today it's kind of hard to kind of kill that time leading up to this big ball game. Everybody raring to go. Channing and Rather jumping center, ball knocked around. And Fall Creek will get it. Fall Creek in the green, the Crickets. Marathon, the Red Raiders, white uniforms, red trim. Here's Callie Kruger setting it up for Fall Creek. Gets it to Christy Channing. Channing looking, she'll fire, no good. Rebound knocked around. Kramer gets it.
Channing also had a big game on Thursday, 14 points.
Reisner to Bauman. Amy Bauman can't hit. Christy Channing the rebound. Just underway, Division III state championship. Deb Arneson left side. Danica Kronig up top. Inside, Shane Stanek, she scores.
Boy, that was a nice pass. Right between two defenders, right on the money.
Right back comes Marathon. Kramer drive, shoots, rebound there, up, no good. Rebound Channing.
Marathon doesn't take any time getting set up on offense. They go right to the basket.
Now here's Kronig looking inside. Had Channing. A little trouble. The defense there by Rather. Now Arneson. Fall Creek, a very patient team on offense. Channing has it knocked away. Good defense there by number 4, Terry Carlin, but Fall Creek retains the ball.
Well, Fall Creek has become more patient on offense after the injury of Holly Storley, who has done a lot of their scoring. And so now they take a little bit more time off the clock and get a good shot.
Kronig misfires. Here comes Reisner all the way to the basket and scores.
That's what we were talking about. That's going to be hard to stop. She's very quick, really puts the ball on the floor hard and goes to the basket.
Marathon being very aggressive, really pushing the tempo early on. Tied at 2. Try to get it inside to Stanek. It's knocked away. Kramer getting the hand in there. Bill Canetto will make a substitution. The 34, Abby Myers, comes in for Terry Carlin. Kronig looking to get it in. Finds Arneson baseline. Deb Arneson doesn't get the roll. There's Kronig on the glass. Count it, and the foul.
Kronig had great weak side rebounding position, went up strong, got the basket, and is on the line.
Fall Creek has good height. Christy Channing, Danica Kronig, Shane Stanek, all 6 feet, and they all use that height.
Right. I think Fall Creek is really going to be looking to go inside a little bit more than Marathon.
Danica Kronig trying to complete the three-point play. Misses it. It's 4-2. Reisner on the push. Ahead to Bauman. Knocked away by Arneson. Marathon's ball. The 1998 WIAA State Tournament is brought to you by Menards, helping families build America's heartland for 38 years. Save big money at Menards.
Crickets did a nice job getting back that time, stopping the break.
Rather had it taken away by Channing. First turnover for Marathon. Fall Creek will set it up, leading 4-2 here in the first quarter. Arneson tries to get it inside to Channing. Rather knocks it away. Here comes Bauman.
Nice team defense that time by Marathon.
Bauman driving, no good. Reisner on the rebound. Kramer inside.
Reisner did the right thing that time. She had a double team. She found her open teammate, passed her the ball.
Ties the game at 4-all. Good start here. Division III championship. Shane Stanek going up, no good. Ball knocked around. Stanek gets it back, up, no good. Channing on the glass, no good. Whistle and a foul.
Well, the Crickets are just all over the boards in that series.
Take another look at that. Shane Stanek can't get it to go. Look at the Crickets hit the glass.
Well, she's going up strong, just overlaying. All of them are overlaid.
Now Terry Carlin checks in for the Red Raiders. Now Holly Krautkramer will get a seat. Bill Canetta rotating a lot of his players early on. Channing gets the first one. Shoots 72% from the free throw line during the season. The second one is short. Abby Myers with the rebound. Now Reisner. Nicole Reisner driving. Loops it inside. Carlin has it blocked. Channing with the rejection. Callie Kruger will get it to Danica Kronig. Now Arneson. Kruger on the left side. In trouble there. Tied up by Reisner. Good defensive play, and the Red Raiders will get it.
Marathon's really playing aggressive defense.
Second turnover for Fall Creek. Get a look at Bill Canetta. His team's one regular season loss in the last 2 years.
Wow. Very impressive.
Two good programs going at it here. Kristen Rather. All right, Amy Bauman. Drive on Arneson. Reisner takes it into the lane, puts up the shot, contact, and a foul.
Reisner really looks for any seam that she can penetrate, and she either takes a shot or looks to dish off to someone.
Shane Stanek picks up the foul. Nicole Reisner to the line. Interesting stat about Reisner. She has more offensive rebounds than defensive. Very aggressive player. .60% free throw shooter on the season. Can put her team ahead with this one. Marathon on top for the first time in this one. 6-5 the score. The Crickets will try to answer. Kronig inside to Channing, knocked away.
Well, Marathon has a 2-3 zone look, and Crickets are trying to make some passes across the zone, which Marathon's reading well and picking off.
Marathon trying to force the action, but a turnover there. More substitutions. Katie Burnt, number 40. Holly Krautkramer back in, number 20. Fall Creek goes to the bench. 44, Dana Schilling comes in, gives Christy Channing a rest.
Marathon's trying to protect inside a little bit more as they don't match up as well. Like you said, Crickets are a little bit taller, got a stronger inside game.
Kronig found Arneson. She can't connect. Stanek goes up in traffic. She draws the foul. So both teams doing what we expected. Fall Creek being patient, going inside. Marathon trying to run.
That's right. And that time, Marathon had 4 girls surrounding Stanek, and Stanek still got her shot off.
Shane Stanek, one of those players that really picked up her game when starter Holly Storley was lost in the final regular season game with a broken wrist. Stanek averaging 9 points per game on the season. She was getting plenty of playing time, but has really upped those averages.
Has really stepped in. And Storley did get in the game a little bit on Thursday, but has been away from it for a while. Did not play at all in the tournament. They've been trying to rest her and heal her injury, and it took her a while to get into the game. We'll see if she shows up tonight. She's put in.
Had that wrist heavily taped. She is in uniform. She's on the bench. Could have a heavier wrap on there tonight. Inside, called for the travel, Krautkramer.
It is her non-shooting hand, but it still affects her passing, catching, and shooting.
Especially the catching. You know, when you're a shooter, you like to catch and release. You're just having trouble with that taped wrist. Ashley McInnes, number 14, in for Fall Creek for the first time. Stanek in trouble. She travels.
Well, the zone is really collapsing on anyone with the ball inside. The guards haven't really been a threat from the outside for Fall Creek just yet.
4th turnover for the Crickets. They'll bring it up court. Marathon will. Bauman, Kronig on her. Krautkramer.
It's one of the first times that Marathon has really had a set up in a half-court offense.
Here's Bauman for 3. That one's short. Rebound Arneson. McInnes with it. Almost knocked away by Reisner. Boy, she is active. Now Fall Creek will slow it down. Here's Arneson. Kronig, baseline. That one's no good. Run down by Arneson. Kronig on the right side.
Like I say, against the zone, they really need to pass the ball and get that zone shifted. Look to step up in seams.
Firing up the three-pointer, no good. Dana Schilling, rebound bucket up and in.
Stanek wasn't boxed out that time and had a little bit of a height advantage, went right back up with it.
6 points for Shane Stanek. Her team with the 9-6 lead. Stanek does not play like a sophomore, Gail.
No, she does not. Very poised.
Trout Kramer will fire. That one rims out. Rebound Stanek. So Marathon misfiring its last 2 trips down the floor. Fall Creek looking to expand that 3-point lead. Kronig, well outside on the baseline. Fall Creek doesn't like to shoot a lot of threes. They will always look inside. Driving, Schilling off the board, no good. Arneson right there for the rebound. She tried to loop it inside. It's knocked away.
Oh, Arneson, she had a shot right there, and she looked the pass.
Reisner firing it down to Bauman. Up, no good. Deb Arneson with the rebound. Marathon a little cold early on in this one. Kronig, cross court, Schilling. Inside, Stanek, up off the glass and in.
That was a nice turnaround, banked it well.
Shane Stanek with 8. Fall Creek leading it 11-6. Bill Knetter on the Marathon bench wants a timeout. He'll take a 20-second timeout. Early on, it's that Fall Creek defense. Marathon has some shots, but not going down.
Well, Marathon wants the shots that they get off the fast break. They've missed a couple inside. The outside shot hasn't gone down yet, but they need to do that when they set up half court.
The 1998 WIAA State Tournament is brought to you by Rural Insurance Companies, providing a full line of insurance products for Wisconsin families and businesses. 11-6 Fall Creek. Fall Creek 4 of 14, Marathon 2 of 10.
Actually, it didn't seem like the field goal shooting was that cold. It is a little bit cold.
We've got Ted Stefaniak roaming the building. Ted, take it away.
Thank you very much, Bob. We're sitting at the scorer's table right now with Sarah Urban. Sarah was one of the first ever women's officials to actually officiate a women's state tournament game. Sarah, it's nice to see 2 women back here on the floor today.
Oh, yes, it is. It's great for the game. It's great for the women's part of the game.
She's trying to keep score as we go along here, so we're going to let her get back to work. It is Barb Fagan and Becky Blank, our officials today, and they're doing a great job. Bob?
All right, thanks a lot, Ted. We'll be back to the WIAA State Tournament after a short message from our network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Back at the Kohl Center Division III Championship, Fall Creek leading Marathon 11-6. Bob Radovich along with Gale champion Nicole Reisner for Marathon trying to create here.
Oh, she had a nice step through to the basket and just overshot it just a little bit. Tried to get her own rebound, committed a foul.
Holly Storley, broken wrist at all, getting in there and pulling down that rebound and getting fouled.
Well, I'd be surprised if she didn't play. This is the championship game, and she was in Thursday. She's going to want to make an appearance today.
Fall Creek wanted to get her on the floor. She is a senior, one of the leaders. Here's Storley. She'll try the 3. No good. A little better catch and release that time than we saw Thursday, but still doesn't get it to go. Now, on the other end, up and in for Terry Carlin.
Well, Storley is what gives Fall Creek their outside shooting, and that's what they've been a little bit cold. Open the inside up. They've got to hit something from the outside against the zone.
On the miss, Marathon, as we've seen all game, gets it and goes. Storley again in the corner. Now McKinnis. Arneson finds Storley. Still have to respect her. She'll take that shot. We've seen it these 2 ball games here at State. Fall Creek now going to pull it out for one final shot, down to 15 seconds in the first quarter. Now the Crickets will get it going. McKinnis, Storley, back to McKinnis, Storley in the corner. McKinnis, she'll fire, partially blocked, knocked around. Stanek with a hand on it. She knocked it out of bounds. Marathon will get it with less than a second to go.
Here's the Marathon number 10.
Amy Bauman back in. For Marathon, Terry Carlin will get a break. We have played one quarter Division III state championship. Fall Creek leading Marathon 11-8. We'll be back to the WIAA state tournament after a short message from your local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Back at the Kohl Center, ready to start the second quarter. Fall Creek leading Marathon 11-8. Now time to look at the Culver's Frozen Custard game summary. Pretty even so far, Gail. Fall Creek with the advantage on the board.
Well, that's where Marathon really has to box out because Fall Creek has had a number of putbacks. Not always connecting on them, but they've had a lot of chances.
Shane Stanek with 8 of the 11 Fall Creek points. Crickets will open up with the ball. Second quarter. Here's Christy Channing inside. She scores. Ted Stefaniak sat in on the Fall Creek huddle between quarters. Let's go to Ted.
Thank you, Bob. Coach Arnie Strucker wants his team to work on the 1-3-1 overload a little bit more, and then he also wants his team to start rebounding a little bit more. He thinks their team obviously doing a good job. They've got the early lead after the first quarter, Bob.
Thanks a lot, Ted. And Gail, this pace of the game would seem to favor Fall Creek.
Yes, well, especially since they've been getting back defensively, Fall Creek, and making Marathon set up in a half-court offense.
Here's Reisner for Marathon.
Nice-looking jump shot by Reisner off the wing.
6 points for Nicole Reisner. 13-10 Fall Creek. Marathon, the kind of team that can really turn on the offense, can score a lot of points in a hurry. Sonic looking inside. There's Christy Channing. Fake going up. She was fouled on the way up.
Pump fake. Took the ball up strong.
Take a look at that one again. Christy Channing almost shuffling the feet. Good feed from Danica Chronic. With a player like Danica Chronic, 6 feet with those long arms, she's very good at feeding the ball inside because she just throws over.
That's a big asset.
3 points for Channing, make it 4. The lead is 4. 14-10 Fall Creek.
On the last series, Fall Creek was in Marathon was in a 1-3-1, and it was a little easier to get the ball inside.
Channing 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Kristen Rather will get it to Nicole Reisner.
Callie Kruger's got to defend Reisner for a while, playing her tough.
Fall Creek planned on rotating a lot of players. Good pick there. Frees Reisner, and she scores. Nicole Reisner with 8. Good pick that time by Kristen Rather. 14-12 the score. Chronic looking inside. Sit back, now inside to Channing. Nice spin move up, no good. Battle for the rebound, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Fall Creek. Here's Arnie Scrickrud. This is his 9th trip. Fall Creek, the state tournament.
I wonder if he's used to the new Kohl Center. He's so familiar with the field house. He said he kind of liked the old things better, but this is just a beautiful facility, and I'm sure he feels fortunate to be here again.
Here's Shane Stanek up and in, count it. Shane Stanek with 10, she'll go to the line.
Stanek's been playing off on the weak side, and Channing's really been drawing the crowd. But she's just waiting for the ball to be reversed and then step up to the basket.
Once again, a good pass from Chronic. Stanek, when she gets that ball, she just goes straight to the basket.
Yep.
10 points already for the sophomore. She adds one more to that. Her team leading now 17-12. Edie Burnt. Back out to Reisner. Now Arneson checking Reisner.
Well, we do need a little bit more height on Reisner. The guards are pretty short that are guarding her, and she's been able to take some jump shots off of them.
Bauman spinning into the lane. Bat around, no good. Rebound, Stanek. Three-second violation called on the Crickets. Turnover number 6. Players getting ready to check in for Marathon. 34, Abby Myers. 20, Holly Trout-Kramer.
It's a big possession for Marathon. They don't want to get themselves down into a hole, and they're already down by 5. Let's see what they do on offense. They really need to get one of their outside shots to drop.
Trading the half court now. Myers trying to find Rather inside, but Channing doing a good job on her, denying her the ball. Here's Rather up top. Looking for someone to get it to. Finds Reisner. Reisner, baseline jumper, no good. Battered around. Chronic tracks it down.
Well, she forced that one a little bit.
Fall Creek with the ball. 5-point lead. 17-12 here. Approaching the midway point, second quarter. Shane Stanek will pull up. A little short, no good. Rebound Reisner. Here come the Red Raiders. Nicole Reisner. Up and in.
Well, Reisner took on 2 Fall Creek girls, stepped right between them and run to the basket.
10 points from Nicole Reisner. Scores a lot of points in transition. Christy Channing inside, up and in.
Nice power move by Christy Channing.
Christy Channing has 6. Myers trying to get it to Reisner. He broke in. How she gets it back from Raven. Kraut-Kramer. Hands it to Reisner. Reisner driving underneath. Reverse up and in. Nice shot.
Oh, I think that'll be on our highlight film. Nice looking shot.
Nicole Reisner has 12 of Marathon's 16 points. Red Raiders within 3, 19-16. Chronic whips it over to Stanek. A little too hard that time. That goes out of bounds. Nicole Reisner, very tough in transition. Strong right from 2 players. And Arnie Strukrud is going to take a 20-second timeout. My guess is he'll want to discuss the defense on that play because the 2 players let Reisner go right through. The 1998 WIAA State Tournament is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic, a national leader in medical care, research, and education.
Well, both defenders were down there. It was a matter of getting set and taking a charge. She's coming very hard at you.
Now, Bill Canetter from Marathon is really rotating players in, and he's doing it frequently. Every 30 seconds to a minute, there's a new player coming in, 2 players. There were times during that Arcadia game where his players looked a little tired, and I think he's aware of that.
Well, the type of game that they play, the running game, if they've been doing this all year, which I imagine they have to have other people ready to come in and rest them, especially on the longer court.
Rebound's always important in basketball. Fall Creek with the 18-10 edge. Nice drive by Carlin. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound Channing.
Oh, that baseline was wide open. She took it hard to the hoop.
Approaching the 3-minute mark here. Second quarter. Cross court. Chronic. Stanek. Good. Shane Stanek with 13. Long down court pass. Knocked out of bounds. Marathon really wanting to run. They're very good at that long down court pass. Number 34, Abby Myers checking in. Amy Bauman will come out. Kristen Rather to inbound. Driving baseline. It's back out. Now Kraut-Kramer. Reisner. Arneson on her now. Cole Reisner driving right. Kicks it in the corner. Baseline. Kraut-Kramer tried to put up the shot. She is fouled on the way up. We talk so much about Reisner, but Kraut-Kramer is one of those players, when you take a look at the replay, who pitches in. She had 6 against Arcadia.
Yeah, that was a nice drive. And even though she didn't get the shot to fall, she drew a foul on Channing, which is critical for Fall Creek to keep her in the game.
Kraut-Kramer with 2 points. Makes the 3 with the free throw. Holly Kraut-Kramer 42% from the free throw line during the season. Two of 2 for Holly Kraut-Kramer. 3 points for her. The lead is 3. Fall Creek 21, Marathon 18. 2 teams playing for the Division III state championship. Chronic dumps it down low. Channing off the glass and in.
Chronic did a nice job disguising that pass. She looked like she was going to reverse the ball, and then she turned and dumped it inside.
Christy Channing with 8. Lead back up to 5. Terry Carlin driving in traffic, and a foul.
Marathon is looking for any seam to be able to dribble into and take the ball to the basket. With their outside shot not falling, they really need to continue the penetration.
Christy Channing has picked up her 3rd personal foul, and she'll come out. Arnie Strickrude and his coaching staff do not want her picking up that 4th foul, so she'll get a seat. Holly Storley will come back in, and that's going to change the Fall Creek offense.
That's right. Well, she'll probably be out the rest of the half, and she has been a big go-to person inside.
Terry Carlin with 3 points. Shoots 48% from the field, 41% from the free throw line. Junior forward. Gets them both. And another substitution for Marathon. Bauman rotates in, Carlin rotates out.
Some big free throws in the last minute or two to keep Marathon right in the game.
So with Channing out of there, see how Fall Creek does. With their leading scorer, they'll go inside to Stanek. No good, and here comes Nicole Reisner on the push. Drives to the lane, scores.
Boy, that's a nice-looking pull-up jump shot. 2 defenders did get down and try to stop her.
14 points for Nicole Reisner. 2 minutes to go in the half. Fall Creek by a point. Stanek can't get it. Knocked around. There's Storley up and in.
Well, they're still looking to pound it inside into the low block.
Knocked away by Arneson. Took it away from Reisner. What a boost for Fall Creek if they can get Holly Storley scoring. Here's Storley. Behind the arc, so we'll set it up now. Arneson to Kruger. Monig on the wing. Whips it inside Stanek. Turnaround, no good. Rebound, Abby Myers. Approaching the 1 minute mark. Nicole Reisner with it. He had a big first half. Gets it back on the left wing. Drives to the basket and scores.
Well, Arneson, she's working at it. She's getting beat on the drive. She really needs help by her fellow teammates. Reisner's just too tough to play one-on-one.
16 points for Nicole Reisner. 25-24 Fall Creek. See if the Crickets try to work it for one shot here. Looks like that's what they want to do. Deb Arneson looks to the bench. Coaches say 1 shot. Fall Creek will hold it with the 1-point lead. Marathon will sit back in the zone. We watch the clock tick away. He's not enjoying this strategy, but if you're Fall Creek, makes a lot of sense.
Right, we're right at the close of the quarter here.
Now it's 10 seconds. Crickets will operate. Arneson, Kruger, Chronic looking for that cross-court pass. Storley for 3, rims out, no good. Knocked out of bounds. And time has expired on the first half. We've got a good one going. Fall Creek 25. Marathon 24. We'll be back to the WIAA State Tournament after a short message from our network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Back at the Kohl Center, halftime Division III championship. Fall Creek leading Marathon 25-24. Gail, I'm guessing at halftime both coaches are going to want to make some defensive adjustments. Marathon scoring a lot of points in transition.
That's right. Like I said, Reisner's very hard to guard one-on-one. I mean, they need to get down, stop the ball, but when they're in the half-court offense, someone else has to help on her.
On the other side, Marathon needs to do something about the Crickets low post game. Fall Creek scoring a lot of points in the paint.
Right, you know, that's just the opposite. They're getting the ball inside, and again, one girl can't defend the post. They need a double down.
We'll be back later on with stats and highlights of this first half. It's been a good one so far. But right now, let's go up top to Andy Kendi.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Gail. You know, this year we're pleased to have the Wisconsin Technical College System welcome back to the Kohl Center. The Badger women are out of the NCAA tournament. The Badgers fall to Virginia Tech 75-64 in the West Regional That's the first round of the tournament, so Virginia Tech will advance. This game, we're at halftime of the Division III final. It's Fall Creek 25, Marathon 24. Now this morning, Barneveld beat Cashton 52-39 for the Division IV title. The Golden Eagles, their second championship in 4 years. And in the Division II championship game, the Kimberly Papermakers, your victor there, 53-39. Of course, we are at halftime of this Division III championship game. The Fall Creek Crickets leading 25-24 over Marathon. And for halftime analysis and a preview of the second half, let's go back down to Bob Bradovich and Gail Champion.
All right, thanks a lot, Andy and Gail. The players we spotlighted before the game have had real big first halves. When we watch the highlights, you're going to see a lot of Shane Stanek for Fall Creek and Nicole Reisner for Marathon. Fall Creek leading in this game early on. They held the lead most of the time. Part of the reason, Gail, good work on the glass.
Oh, really? Nice pitch inside. Well, it was a shot, and a shot that was missed. Stanek right there for the rebound. Pop up, right back in.
Fall Creek likes to run a lot in the half-court set. There you see Danica Kronig, the cross-court pass. And Dana Schilling will loop it inside to Stanek. It was really tough inside early on. For Marathon, Nicole Reisner getting a lot of points in transition, but Nicole Reisner can do a lot when the ball is in her hands or she pulls up. And one thing Marathon seemed to do better, especially in the second quarter, is get Reisner open.
Well, and they need to get Reisner open. She really does a lot of their scoring. And here we have a great pick set. Comes off the pick, squares up. Nice jump shot off the top of the key.
Kristen Rather with the big pick on Callie Kruger, and that freed Reisner. Here's Reisner in transition. We see a lot of this from Marathon plays.
Tough to stop. Stepped right through two defenders.
And then our last one on the Nicole Reisner highlight reel. Again, a good half-court set to free Reisner with the ball.
Right off the handoff, dribbled by three defenders, went underneath the basket and laid it in.
All right, now it's time to look at the Culver's Frozen Custard game summary as we take a look at those first half stats. Neither team shooting exceptionally well from the field, but pretty good from the free throw line.
Both very good from the free throw line. Fall Creek is out-rebounding Marathon, which we kind of expected. They're a little bit bigger inside, a little taller inside, and they've also got more inside points due to all the putbacks.
In second chance buckets, we talk about it, 8-0, Fall Creek over Marathon. Leading scorers in the first half, Shane Stanek with 13, Christy Channing with 8, but Channing has 3 fouls. We'll have to monitor that in the second half. Nicole Reisner with 16, leading the way for Marathon. We'll be back to this WIAA state tournament after a short message from your local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Back at the Kohl Center Division III Championship, we're at the half. Fall Creek leading Marathon 25-24. We're going to pitch it across court to reporter Ted Stefaniak. Actually, Ted is talking to Marathon head coach Bill Canetter right now. Ted getting some insight into what the coach has talked about at halftime. First half, Gail champion Fall Creek getting it done inside. Marathon getting it done in transition. It seems to me Marathon needs to find somebody else other than Reisner to really pick it up in the second half.
Really, I think Fall Creek's adjustment defensively is going to be to stop Reisner and see who else can score.
All right. There's Bill Canetter right there. Ted Stefaniak just got done talking with him. Ted, what did he think?
Bob, Bill Canetter just told me that his team needs to stop that skip pass that Fall Creek keeps running on him. That skip pass is just killing them. He says that's the big thing that they have to stop. Fall Creek then told me that they need to stop Nicole Reisner. No doubt about that. They have to stop Nicole Reisner, but he says he likes their shot selection. If they can keep shooting, they're going to be all right. They got to stop Reisner, though.
Fall Creek has had a good habit of shutting down the leading scorers from other teams, but Nicole Reisner is still getting it done.
Well, she's just a great player. She's very hard to defend. She's got a jump shot. She's got a drive. She can penetrate. She's quick.
Marathon with it to open up the second half. Kristen Rather, give and go. Reisner driving, contact, no foul. Stanek with the rebound.
Good looking play, though.
Canetter wanted to foul that time. Didn't get it. Ronnie. Double team. Gets it to Arneson. Schilling. Fall Creek starting the second half with Christy Channing and those 3 fouls on the bench.
did all right without her at the close of the second quarter. They probably want to just save her a little bit longer.
Deb Arneson hit.
Nice looking shot by Arneson from the top of the key.
First two for Arneson. Marathon going deep and scoring. Carrie Carlin. Marathon doing what it did in the first half.
And now we see Marathon in a full court 2-1 press.
Schilling driving. Blocked. Carlin comes down with it. Here comes Reisner. Reisner dribbling into the lane. Whips to Kraut-Kramer from the baseline. Got it.
Just knew that one was going to go. It was a beautiful looking shot from the baseline.
Marathon's first lead since the Red Raiders led 6-5 in the first quarter. Now Marathon applying some pressure.
Well, Marathon, if they can keep the pressure up, it can create more fast break opportunities for them.
Shane Stanek inside. Contact on the way up. Foul. To go against Marathon. And Nicole Reisner will get the foul. Fall Creek again looking inside. Stanek in traffic. Was able to draw the foul. Gets the first free throw. We're tied at 28. The 1998 WIAA State Tournament is brought to you by Cenex Land O'Lakes and your local cooperatives partners you can trust. 14 points for Shane Stanek. She's got 15. He had 13 against Markesan in a semifinal win. Knocks it out of bounds there. Marathon bringing in Abby Myers. Harry Carlin will sit down. Still Bill Canetter rotating players early and often, just like he did first half. Here is Myers. Picks up the dribble. Up top to Reisner. Arneson coming way out on it.
Well, everyone's rotated out from Marathon but Reisner in the entire game. She looks like she can go the whole game.
Here's Kraut-Kramer, Schilling on her. Almost knocked away by Callie Kruger. Bauman gets to Kristen Rather, deflected. Loose ball, Myers gets it. And Kruger gets a hand at it, comes away with it. Callie Kruger with the steal. Turnover number 5 on Marathon.
Again, always looking inside.
Deb Arneson open again, hit just a minute ago, doesn't get that one. Kristen Rather with the foul, she's with the rebound rather, and she's fouled by Stanek.
Rather had good inside position on her that time and hung on to the rebound.
Check it, that foul on 22. Danica Cronic, her first. Really the only foul trouble so far is Christy Channing. Fall Creek senior center. She's on the bench with 3. Did not start the second half. Fall Creek got stopped by a point. Stanek doing a good job overplaying Rather. Knocks it out of bounds.
I think it's looked to have extended their defense a little bit more, especially when Razor has the ball on the top. They want to pick her up and pick up the dribble early. Not allow the penetration.
Arnie Scruffoot on the bench. A lot of people thought Fall Creek good shot of making it down last year, but the Crickets were bumped out by Colfax, and Colfax lost to Ladysmith, which in turn came down here and beat Marathon. 4 starters lost off that Fall Creek team.
Now he has a program that just keeps reloading.
Driving into the lane is Kraut-Kramer, and she's fouled. And Marathon with a similar type of program.
They've built traditions where they just expect they're going to be around for playoff time.
Saw a lot of these players last season. They did lose Kristen Rather's older sister, Maren Rather. Rather gets that one blocked. Maren Rather now playing at Winona State. Kristen Rather kind of quiet in this one. She is only a junior. 6-foot center. Cronic driving baseline. Out to Kruger. She'll try it. That's a 2-pointer. Comes out no good. Rebound Reisner. Here comes Nicole Reisner. Takes it all the way in. Gets it off the last second to Bauman, but a foul on the play.
Well, both guards did a nice job getting back that time, trying to stop ball.
Here comes Nicole Reisner. Deb Arneson with the foul, her first. 3 team fouls for Fall Creek. Harry Carlin checks in. Holly Kraut-Kramer goes out. You would think the Crickets would like to run for their starters on a very sound cross-country team. There's Kristen Rather hitting the shot. Her first 2 of the ball game, and that one puts Marathon on top by 1.
Well, they mentioned they like to run. If it's open, they'll take it. But otherwise, they have good players inside. If they have the height advantage, they have a higher percentage shot and just pound it inside, which they've been doing. The block is almost worn out. They've really been pounding it in on both ends.
Turnover number 6 for Arnie's Crookwoods Fall Creek Crickets. Onick fired it to Arneson. She couldn't get a handle on it. So now Marathon try to expand on a 1-point lead. Reisner, baseline, tough shot, and she hits.
Again, off a handoff. Not an easy shot. She kind of faded away. Still hit it.
Nicole Reisner with 18. This is Marathon pressure on the 3/4 court, causing a little problem. Schilling has it outside the arc. She's open, passed up to 3. Now Froning. Inside, Stanek, nice delivery from Arneson. Stanek is fouled. The 1998 WIAA State Tournament is brought to you by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin and milk, the official beverage of the WIAA games. Got milk. Holly Storley into the lineup for Fall Creek. And Marathon continuing that substitution pattern. Kramer back in. (32-29). Marathon with the lead here, 3rd quarter. Fall Creek led it by 1 at the half. Arneson has it picked up.
Yeah, she tried to get back in there.
Nicole Reisner had it stripped. 2 good defensive plays by Deb Arneson.
Fall Creek was looking to get the pass back inside, and they read that one, picked it up real well. Marathon comes down and plays great defense as well.
Arneson up top. Storley with it. Ted talked to us that Marathon head coach Phil Knetter wanted to stop that skip pass, and so far that's not there for Fall Creek the second half. Froning driving baseline. Double team there. Kruger whips it to Storley. She'll try the 3 short. Rebound. Burnt to Reisner behind the back dribble. Nicole Reisner pulls up and scores.
Boy, she is just in the zone. I thought she was in the zone the other day when she had 25, but it's continued today. She's having a great tournament.
Nicole Reisner with 20. She is carrying her Marathon team. What the Raiders hope. Division III state championship. Arneson hits. That shot is there for Deb Arneson. She's canned 2 of 3 the second half. She has 4. Cuts the Marathon lead to 3.
Well, that shot is there because they're really concentrating on taking the inside game away and the skip pass away, so something's got to be open, and it's the top of the key.
Driving that time, Katie Burnt goes to travel. Here's Reisner, scores again. 22 for Nicole Reisner.
Fall Creek doing a nice job bringing the ball up against the pressure.
I don't think Reisner has a 3 in this game, but she has scored every other way possible. This player is playing big in big games, and now Reisner with the good defense forces Froning into a turnover. We will be back to the WIAA State Tournament after a short message from our network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Marathon has outscored Fall Creek 12-7 in this 3rd quarter. Marathon on top 36-31. Field goal percentage this 3rd quarter. Marathon 6 of 8. Bill Knetter's team shooting the ball well. Nicole Reisner, talk about hot. 10 of 13 for the game. 7 of her last 8 attempts. She has 47 points in 2 games. Certainly not finished in this one. Having quite a tournament.
And not all of them have good layups. She at first had some really tough jump shots.
Here's Reisner with the ball. It's to Bauman. Inside, putting up the shot. No good. Abby Myers. Rebound Bauman. Clark Kramer, that's a three. It's short. Whistle and a foul inside. And it looks like they are going to get one of the Fall Creek players for the foul. Arnie Strucker has chosen to keep Christy Channing on the bench this whole third quarter.
Yes, I'm surprised. It's been a long time since she's been out here.
She has 3 fouls now. Nice and bounce pass, but a good block by Storley. Clark Kramer gets it and scores. Marathon doing a much better job inside. Getting a second chance bucket there. 8 for Clark Kramer. The lead up to 7. Problems in the backcourt. Storley with it. 10-second violation.
Just tenacious defense by Marathon really made the guards work and got the payoff.
Saw Bill Knetter looking pretty tenacious, and with that, Arnie Strucker comes back in with Christy Channing. Holly Storley comes out. And a different Fall Creek team with Channing on the bench. There's a little bit of that inside presence that was so good first half. Clark Kramer will try a three again. No good. Rebound knocked around. Bauman gets it. Fouled before the shot. Marathon much more aggressive here in this third quarter. Foul on Callie Kruger, her second. 15th foul on Fall Creek. Reisner gets to Myers. Abby Myers up. No good. Rebound Stanek, knocked away. Picked off by Deb Arneson. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Marathon, good third quarter. Red Raiders, a 7-point lead now. Just look at the Fall Creek. There's that skip pass. Stanek drives, no good. Kate Stanek had it for a second, loses it out of bounds. Marathon ball.
Well, there was a shot that was falling in the last half. They finally got a skip pass over and shipped to the basket.
Now with 19 and a half seconds to go in the third quarter, Marathon can hold for one. This has been a great quarter for the Red Raiders. Down 1 at the half, now up 7. Trying to build on that lead. Reisner gets it inside. Carlin up, short, no good. Whistle and a foul.
Great penetration again by Reisner, setting up her teammate. Just laid it up a little soft.
First foul on Terry Carlin. 13th foul this half against Marathon. Now, Fronig with it. Clock ticking down. Danica Fronig can't get it away. And the third quarter is over. A great quarter for the Marathon Red Raiders. We'll be back to the WIAA State Tournament after a short message from your local sponsors. This is your WIAA Network station. Bob Radovich, Gale champion, back at the Kohl Center. 1 quarter to go to decide the Division III State Championship. Marathon 38-31 over Fall Creek. Marathon outscoring Fall Creek in that quarter 14-7, Gale. As we look at the Culver's Frozen Custard game summary, Marathon starting to do a better job in the paint and on the glass.
Well, a big difference was Channing out of the game. Now she's returned. She does have 3 fouls, but if Fall Creek can keep her in the game, she'll light it up again inside and do the job rebounding.
Fronig looking inside, finds Arneson. Free throw line, no good. Fronig the rebound, up, too far under the bucket. And Terry Carlin comes out of there with Marathon.
But Marathon really did have a nice run in that third quarter. And like you said, just being a lot more aggressive, sort of going to the basket.
Let's send it over to Ted Stefaniak. He is across court. He had a chance to sit down on the huddle.
Thank you, Bob. Marathon was very happy with what they were doing out on the floor. They just said, keep doing what we're doing. On the other side, Fall Creek, they want to stop Nicole Reisner, obviously. The coach said, hey, we've got our starters back in there. We've got to make a move now. And one thing Coach did ask the team, he said to the team, is this worth going after? The team all said yes. Bob.
These two teams competing for a state championship. Time to leave it all out on the court. He was trading buckets. Fall Creek gets it back now, down 7. Under 7 minutes to go. Stanek gets it to Channing. Christy Channing will shoot and score.
Well, Channing's been in the post all night. Here she takes a nice outside shot from the elbow, maybe a little unexpected. Goes right in.
Christy Channing sat out 7 minutes of that third quarter. It looked pretty fresh on that shot. Had it up and in. Lob pass inside. Carlin had it stuffed by Channing. and she gets the foul.
Boy, she's surprised by that. They did a nice job closing down that lob pass. 2 defenders on her.
Fourth foul on Channing, and a good job by Marathon to go right at her.
That's right. They were successful when she was out of the game. They got other people involved in the offense as well, and they took it right to her.
To the line, Terry Carlin had 8 in the semis, has 6 tonight. Averages just under 8 on the season.
It's a 41% free throw shooter.
1 of 2 from the line.
But that looked nice.
Marathon's lead is 6.
And the trust continues.
Bonnie gets it ahead. Channing now at 2-on-1 for Fall Creek. Christy Channing takes it up and in.
Well, Channing took it right to her defender, did a nice jump stop, powered it up.
12 points for Channing. Marathon trying to push the tempo. Reisner threw it away. 7th turnover for the Red Raiders. Fall Creek, as we're under 6 minutes to go. Down by 4. Stanek from the left side. Rims out, no good. Channing the rebound, up and scores.
Channing making the best use of the time that she's out on the court. Nice pop-up.
Christy Channing has 14, pulls her team within 2. Bill Canetter wants a timeout. It's a 20-second timeout. And Fall Creek coming back in this one with Christy Channing getting a lot of the work done.
Right, she's really made a difference. I think she scored 6 in this quarter already, and now it's a little difficult for Marathon to stop her again. She's scoring inside and outside and on the press break.
Maybe that rest helped her. As we look at Christy Channing inside, Stanek missing the shot. Channing right there. And that shot was in traffic as well. Good strength by Christy Channing.
No, she doesn't bring the ball down. She kept it high and just popped it up.
So now let's see what Marathon does out of the timeout. Get it inbounds to Kramer. Fall Creek 4 of 7. Marathon 1 of 2. Oh, nice shot there by Amy Bauman.
Bauman worked very hard to get that one to go in.
Her first 2. 4-point lead for Marathon.
Marathon stays in the zone, trying to protect the middle, defend the post.
Chronic feeds the post. Channing is fouled. Maren Rather in a bit of foul trouble. She has 4 now.
Well, Rather's got her work cut out for her in the post. She's playing pretty much behind. She can't seem to get around to deny.
Kristen Rather will come out. Terry Carlin in for the Red Raiders. Chronic gets to Kruger. Top Arneson. Chronic back to Arneson. Had that shot open a couple times in the second half. Now Stanek. Chronic on the baseline. Really looking inside for Channing.
No, she's double teamed. There's no way to get it inside that way.
Arneson. Yep. Christy Channing scores.
Ball rotated back to the top, and the guard looked right inside.
Christy Channing 4 of 4 this quarter. 16 for the game. Fall Creek within 2. Under 5 to go. Great ball game here from the Kohl Center. Division III state championship on the line. Carlin with it. Danny got a hand in it. Now Reisner picks up the dribble. Chronic all over her. Gets to Carlin. Marathon will pull it out. They'll run a half-court set here.
Reisner's been a little bit quiet lately, but Chronic's doing a nice job defensively on her. They match up real well.
Eddie Myers dribbles in, pulls it back out. Bounce pass over to Carlin. Marathon being very patient now with the ball and a 2-point lead.
Well, they want to protect the lead, and they've worked this hard on offense. They want to try to get a high percentage shot. Probably going to Reisner in the ball again. That has been a high percentage shot.
And if you get off a good shot here and score, that's a big boost.
Plus, you've made him play defense for a very long time.
Reisner jump stop, no good. Ball tapped around. And coming down a bit, Myers. Thought about the shot, bumped by Arneson, no call.
Good hustle on that.
Good no call there. Ref's letting him play on. 3.5 to go, fourth quarter.
That was incidental contact.
Myers. Reisner baseline, no good. Rebound Channing. Now Fall Creek can tie it with the two-pointer. See what Fall Creek does in their set. Arneson. The two-point jumper. Stanek driving and scoring.
Well, that was working for Stanek early. First half, she likes that drive.
Shane Stanek with 19. We're tied at 43. Reisner loses it. And now Channing has it knocked away, but Kruger comes up with it. Callie Kruger ahead to Danica Kronick. Fall Creek has not led for a while in this one. Stanek from the outside, short. Rebound Krautkramer. Bill Knetter on the Marathon bench wants a timeout. Fall Creek led it 27-26. It's been all Marathon since then, but the Crickets have come back to tie it. We'll be back to the WIAA State Tournament after a short message from our network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. We have had a great ball game so far. Division III championship. Fall Creek leading after one. Marathon coming back, closing the gap. Marathon with a great third quarter, but Fall Creek with the momentum in the fourth.
And really, it comes down to one person in or out of the game, and it was Christy Channing. When she was out of the game, Marathon made a big run. When she's been in the game, Fall Creek has been able to catch up and tie it all up.
Channing had 3 fouls at the half. She spent 7 minutes of the third quarter on the bench. Fall Creek brought her back in. She did pick up her 4th foul, but she's certainly made up for that. Production on the offensive end. High game, 43 all. 2:15 to go here, 4th quarter. Division III State Championship Marathon and Fall Creek. Been a great one. And loose ball turned over by Fall Creek. And now let's send it cross court to Ted Stefaniak. Ted, what do you got?
Bob, Fall Creek said that they wanted a good defensive possession there. They got it. Now they said they're going to take care of the ball. They want to work the ball around and get a good shot. They're in no hurry. This game is all tied up. Marathon, on the other hand, wants to take the middle away from Fall Creek. That is a very important factor for them, and they want to keep getting good shots. Bob?
Thanks a lot, Ted. Fall Creek using that patience. Here's Stanek. Had it blocked. Battle inside. They call a held ball. Possession arrow pointing Marathon's way. The 1998 WIAA State Tournament is brought to you by the Wisconsin Technical College System, where you can prepare for 20 of the 30 fastest growing careers. Fall Creek trying to go inside that time. Good defense by Marathon. Now the Red Raiders will get it. Minute and a half to go. 4th quarter. Nicole Reisner with it. What a game she's had. Hands it to Krautkramer. You go for one shot here, Gail?
That's a nice looking one. Good looking shot.
Nicole Reisner with 24. Her team up by 2. Loose ball. Kronick picks it up. Channing driving and scoring.
Channing, nice move from the baseline. Very quick first step. Little shake and bake, and up it went.
Channing with 18. Tie game. Under a minute to go.
This might come down to who gets the ball last, Reisner or Channing.
Holly Krautkramer. Nicole Reisner.
Both girls and their supporting cast have just played one whale of a game.
Myers. Kristen Rather way out. Marathon running that weave. Looks like the Red Raiders will work it down for one final shot. Tension building here at the Kohl Center. 15 seconds to go. Marathon will take a timeout. 45-45. We'll be back to the WIAA State Tournament after a short message from our network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Back at the Kohl Center, it's come down to this. 45-45. Division III State Championship on the line between Fall Creek and Marathon. Marathon has the ball. 14.6 seconds to go. Possession arrow pointing Fall Creek's way. Marathon down to one timeout. Bill Knetter taking that timeout to set up one final play. Fall Creek also with 6 fouls. So the next foul on Fall Creek will put Marathon in the bonus. Any guess as to who's going to get the ball here, Gail?
Well, the obvious is to set up a play for Reisner. And yet it's so obvious that Fall Creek's got to realize she's going to get the last shot, and perhaps someone else will be open.
We'll be right back with a look at today's Farm Credit Services WIAA game highlight right after this. Fall Creek trailed 45-43 until Christy Channing ties it with this bucket right here. And we remain tied 45 all with 14.6 seconds to go. Marathon will get the ball. Bauman to throw it in bounds. Fall Creek will take another timeout.
Their third timeout in a row. The audience is just sitting on the ends of their seats in anticipation. Who will win this game?
Two of us on the edge of our seats. Talk some strategy now, Gail. Marathon, what kind of set do you want to run? When do you want to attack the basket?
Well, they don't really have a lot of time left. They could run the clock a little bit, but they really need maybe a good pick or the handoff that they've been running for Reisner coming off the wing, going to the basket. Even if she doesn't make the shot, if she gets fouled, she's on the line. Whether she's in a bonus or whether it's a shooting foul, she's on the free throw line. Not a bad place to be with seconds left on the clock.
Okay, now Marathon is set at 4 players near the basket. They break to the ball, get it inbounds to Kraut-Kramer. Here's Reisner, driving, jump stop in the lane, score! Nicole Reisner, with 7.7 to go, 26 points for Reisner. Marathon leads it 47-45. Now Fall Creek takes timeout. Well, Gail, you called it. Running a pick up top for Nicole Reisner.
Well, she's coming for the handoff here. And comes around the screen, really takes on 4 people on defense, and still manages to bank it off the glass.
That's just an incredibly tough shot. Let's take a look at it from another angle. Look at the traffic.
Everybody is trying to close her down.
And drove on Christy Channing, who's got 4 fouls. You don't want to lose her, even though there's just 7.7 to go, because you still have an offensive set to run if you're Fall Creek.
Well, Channing was the last person on defense, and she went straight up because she didn't want to foul out. And the shot was tough because it was almost behind the glass. So she did the right thing defensively. They need her in.
Ted Stefaniak is listening in on the Fall Creek huddle. Ted, what do you have?
Bob, I think Fall Creek is going to try some kind of long pass, probably about half court. They're obviously going to look to Channing. She is their scorer, Bob.
Thanks a lot, Ted. Fall Creek players nervous on the sideline. They're down 2, hoping for a tying bucket. Nicole Reisner has just had an amazing 2-game stretch in this tournament. 25 points on Thursday, 26 today.
She really did whatever had to be done to keep her team in the lead.
Okay, Fall Creek has to go the length of the floor now. They're going to tie it. Bonnet throws it away. Steal, Reisner. Bowman scores!
That's the game.
Marathon is going to win it. Marathon Red Raiders, your Division III state champions. What a game, Division III state championship. Marathon Red Raiders win it. But give both of these teams a heck of a lot of credit, Gail. These 2 teams played an outstanding ball game.
This is one of the best games of the tournament. Both ways. It's a shame someone had to lose this game because they both played so well and so hard.
All right, we'll be back to the WIAA State Tournament after a short message from your local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. The Marathon Red Raiders win the Division III state championship in a wild, exciting game, 49-45 over the Fall Creek Crickets. That state championship trophy and those gold medals heading back to Marathon, and that's one excited group over across court there, Gail. It is time for our awards ceremony. So let's go over to PA announcer Mike Menke.
Please. The WIAA Board of Control invites you to participate in the award ceremony of these 2 outstanding teams that have just completed their tournament competition. Making the presentation to the Division III teams will be Dennis Richards, President, Board of Control, District Administrator, Black River Falls, and Donna Thomas, Director of Instruction, Waterloo. Assisted by Doug Chickering, Executive Director of the WIAA. Will the members of the Fall Creek team please proceed to center court as your name is called to receive your individual team medal. Kelly Kruger. Deb Arneson. Ashley McInnes. Megan Rindle. Danica Kronig. Sarah Rather. Jamie Henning. Carrie Willeen. Shane Stanek. Nicole Haas. Deb Grosskopf. Dana Schilling. Holly Storley. Christy Channing. And Heather Schwartz. Will Coach Arnie Screwcrude of Fall Creek please proceed to center court to receive the team trophy. Now, will the members of the marathon team please proceed to center court as your name is called to receive your individual team medal. Terry Carlin. Amy Bauman. Sarah Soransky. Holly Krautkramer. Nicole Reisner. Abby Krautkramer. Angie Heisey. Abby Myers. Katie Burnt. Kristen Rather. Megan Stelzel. Lisa Burnt. And Jenny Lawrence. Will Coach Bill Knetter of Marathon please proceed to center court to receive the team trophy. Congratulations to both of these fine
Red Raiders are your 1998 Division III champs here in Wisconsin. 26-0. They finished the season's 4th state title. What an unbelievable run for Marathon. What an unbelievable
run, Marathon. Good one.
Didn't even plan that one. And a great game. Both teams just left it all out on the court. Very good ball game, but only one winner, and that's Marathon. They win it 49-45. Our Ted Stefaniak is standing by with Marathon head coach Bill Knetter. Ted?
Thank you very much, Bob. I am standing here with Bill Knetter, as you said. And, Coach, I know you were trying to keep the pressure off your team. You've been here 3 straight years. Thursday, you got your first win coming into the championship. You didn't want a lot of pressure on your girls tonight, did you?
Well, you know, again, we've talked about to play the same way we did all year, and that's play together and play to win, rather than sometimes I think the pressure of playing not to lose can be a factor. And I think our kids did a good job of that. Nicole obviously was just did a heck of a job again tonight. 20-some points, big steal at the end, a lot of different things that she does for us. But everybody contributed, and it was really a difficult task because Fall Creek is so good at getting that ball inside that they just gave us fits in there.
Fall Creek was a 9-time visitor to the state tournament. You knew you were going to get a good game from them.
Oh, without question. I mean, they don't come down here as often as they've been here without having great coaches and excellent players. And you knew that Coach Kruger was going to have a good game plan, and he certainly did. And I tell you, that kid's played as good a man against us as anybody has all year.
The game-winning basket with Nicole getting that steal. Talk about that real quick.
Well, we set up an inbound sideline play the first time. And then Coach Kruger called timeout, and we figured he'd defend it quite well. So then we switched to a different one, and it's got a couple options, and the first option wasn't open, and the second one was that little screen and roll on the top for Nicole, and she just took it to the hole.
Before the game, you told me you thought Nicole was going to have a monster game. Unbelievable performance for this young lady.
Really finished her career in grand style. Just phenomenal tournament altogether.
Coach Bill Knetter, first state championship. Congratulations to you and your girls. Thanks for joining us.
You bet. Thank you.
Bob, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Ted. Bill Knetter very happy and very relieved his team won a barn burner. Fall Creek led this game at the half by 1 point, but Gail in the third, without Christy Channing, Marathon really took over. As we go to the highlights, Marathon behind Nicole Reisner, but in the third, Reisner started getting some of her teammates involved.
That's right. Reisner penetrates here, has a nice dish off. Kraut-Kramer hits the 15-foot jump shot.
Marathon getting it done in that third quarter. And now Reisner gets it to Kristen Rather.
Right. She finds the open person. Rather, nice jump shot off the wing.
Marathon's other players kind of quiet, but in that third, they start getting the ball and they start delivering. Here's a nice give and go. Reisner to Carlin, back to Reisner.
One of her tough jump shots in traffic, but she was unstoppable tonight.
Then in the fourth quarter, Christy Channing comes back into the ball game, and then she goes on a roll. Hits her last 7 field goal attempts. Here's one of them right here.
Yeah, she played a great game.
Finished 8 of 11 for the ball game. And then Fall Creek continues a nice run in that fourth quarter. Deb Arneson, nice look inside of Channing.
Right, she does a nice step through right between 2 defenders, goes up strong.
Then we start going back and forth. And answering on the other end, who else? Nicole Reisner.
Nice pick again. That frees Reisner for a good look at the basket.
Marathon led 45-43, but breaking the pressure, Fall Creek. Channing ties it here.
Yeah, it was a nice press break because Channing can put the ball on the floor and go to the basket.
And then with the clock winding down, Marathon possession. 15 seconds to go.
Really,
they run a nice set for Reisner.
Right, the biggest play of the whole game. Again, in traffic, muscles it up strong.
Unbelievable shot right down the lane. Puts it in off the glass. Fall Creek would take a timeout.
And here Reisner steals the inbound play and has the foresight to turn around and hit Ballman for a jump shot in the lane, and that sealed it.
That seals it. What an outstanding ball game. A 4-point win for Marathon. Gail, any final thoughts? To me, it's just a great game. No winners and losers in this. So sure, you hand one team the first place trophy, the other team gets the silver ball, but really no losers out there on the court tonight. Final stats: Marathon 21 of 44, Fall Creek of 19 of 48 from the field. Pretty even. One number that stands out: turnovers, only 21 for the game, and it was a well-played game.
Considering the fast pace they run, that's minimal, and really the stats were very even. Therefore, we've got the close score.
Leading scorers for Fall Creek: Shane Stanek with 19 for the sophomore. Christy Chan sat out much of the third, still had 18 points. Nicole Reisner, 26 points. Holly Kraut-Kramer pitching in as well. We had a great ball game, Gail. Marathon wins the Division III state championship. We still have one more. Gail, it's been a pleasure for another year.
Yes, thanks. You too.
Couple good ball games so far. We'll be back. We're going to hear from our local sponsors right now. This is your WIAA network station.